Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy Evolution Core Class Swoop. You can see him there in front of his box. I can put him off the side real quick. And yes, look at this box, which is very much blue. Transformers, Legacy Evolution, Swoop, and Hasbro, and Takara Tomy Generations. Legacy Evolution again. And you course got Swoop there in his alt mode there, which is looking real nice. He has robot mode there on the side there in Core Class. And of course on this side you have the line-wide artwork. And on the bottom you have what's included in some paper-free packaging stuff. And of course you have copyrights and warnings and product shots back here on the side, back here as well. And it goes to number 5 of 6, or the Dinobots, because we are getting closer and closer to that end point. And of course, you've got the instructions, which are all fairly simple because, yeah, not exactly difficult to transform a core class like ever. But anyway, Swoop. You see there. Yeah, again, some nice detailing there. You got some red helmet, of course, silver face and blue eyes. You got the gold pterodactyl face chest thing. You got the gray there, some silver picking out the toes. You got some red striping there on the sides of the shins. You got the kind of different whitish, more whitish wings there and everything. Yeah, you got them all in his neck there, but no big deal. Yeah, and of course you got the Autobot symbol there and everything too. Yeah, it looks real good. Looks real nice. I really like this one. Again, this is definitely my favorite of the bunch so far. It looks, looking at it, might probably be my favorite overall once it's all said and done. But he looks really nice. And of course, he comes with 2 black guns, which look like halves of a fist or something, which is weird, right? But yeah, those can both peg into his hands, no problem. So, you can hold those like that. Yeah, dual wielding like that. And all that stuff. So he looks real nice in this mode. And he also nice thing is he has a lot of articulation compared to his group mates because, well, he's got just more. For one thing, he's head, ball joint, so left, right, got up, and maybe a smidge down. Ball jointed shoulders, so you got forward and back. And if you get the wing out of the way, you get forward and back there. You got outward. Of course, watch it for this tab. This tab here sometimes likes to get caught because of how it works. You got ball jointed elbows, so you got a forward bend, and of course the side to side for the bicep. You do have a waist joint, although it's a little limited thanks to sculpting. It is there. You can get the sculpting out of the way, although it's going to look weird when you do so. Hips, arm ball joints, you got forward and back and outward all the way. You do have a dedicated thigh swivel, and you have a knee hinge, which can fold up all the way. So you got, full knee bend. And of course, the wings back here can, of course, flap on this hinge and extend outward on that hinge. So you can have them, fully ready to fly and everything. And there you go. That's Swoop. That's why he's the greatest, because he's got the best articulation, and he just looks really good. Doesn't have any weird compromises, no weird floating knees or lack of elbows. He's got the full package, pretty much. He's got all the necessary stuff. One thing I do want to address, though, is real quick right now. You can see right here, there's supposed to be a tab here. It's there. Inside the socket. What happened was, I was stupid. I haven't heard anything common about that tab breaking, but I was just stupid, and I accidentally just did that. Some reason I got in my head, I was late and I was tired and I was messing with it. For some reason I got in my head, this was one of those hook tabs. I just went, and that was that. So that was my fault, not the toy's fault. I want to reiterate that was my fault. I can't get that tab out of there. The good news is this, with the tab broken, it still works in all 3 modes. Just be careful. Don't think it's a hook tab and just snap it apart. I don't know if any other people had trouble with it, but that was my own fault. It's not a thing with the toy. I'm just lucky it still works. So, yeah. Comparisons, though, real quick. Yeah, we're getting close, because here's Sludge and Slug, Grimlock, and, of course, Scar. We've got 1 left to get. We got to get Snarl. Whenever he shows up, we're just waiting for those pre-orders and him to show up in stores and all that stuff. So, yep, there's the group so far. It's weird having 5 Dinobots and still not finished. Well, it's not the first time it's happened, but yeah. So, that's the robot mode, which looks fantastic and has the most articulation of the group. So now we're going to go to alt mode, which is simple. Of course, kick these out of his hands. So, take the head and bend it back like that, so he's looking straight up, and then take the dinosaur head and move it up and over like that. It'll kind of click into place. Take the wings here, just kind of bring those back a bit. Take these, and these will just straighten out the arms, and just use those tabs on the sides to tab into the sides of the arms. Not the most secure connection. And also on top of that, you want to tab them in right here. These tabs will go into slots on the hips. Kind of really hold things. That's what really the majority of things happen. Then here, you're also supposed to tab the legs together, but of course I can't do that on mine. And we'll open up the wings right here, and then right here, these tabs right here on the back of the legs will go into these slots right here. So, yep. Yep, tabs in right there. That's what I mean by I don't have to worry about that tab necessarily, because it will all work together. And then take the guns here, and of course they kind of go in a specific way. Make sure the fist parts are kind of on the outsides, and there's a square slot and a tab here, which would go, well, actually a peg hole and a whatnot, which would go into this, well, peg and tab. Make sure to line that up, and there you go. Won't let the wings sit flat if you have these on, by the way, but, you know, not the end of the world. So there you go. That is alt mode. Yeah, it's a nice little pterosaur. Pterosaur, not terrorsaur. But yeah, this little bit, you got they got the wings nice and, you know, got some detailing on the wings. He's now nice and white. You got the legs kind of become the backpack. You got little the bird feet kind of molded in, although they can't really work very well because of how it works. That's just basically because that's, well, how he looked in the original. I mean, you can do that, but, you know, then, well, that's a problem. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem because, well, yeah. Yeah. But, you know, you got all that. It looks pretty good overall. I mean, again, for a core class, again, it's pretty good looking. It evokes the original G1 Swoop pretty well. Again, articulation-wise, you have all those hinges right there for the wings. You got a little bit there, not a whole lot because of the backpack now. The head can go up and down and go, again, you got the robot head chilling out underneath, and there you go. That's pretty much your articulation. I guess you got the guns there. As a flight stand compatibility, if you can get this peg out, which is mostly for combined mode, if you get this peg out and possibly peg that into something, there might be some flight stand that's compatible with, but that's the only thing I can really think of. But there you go. It looks neat. But of course, can't really do a whole lot because it's a core class. So we got to wait. If you want a really fancy Swoop, you got to wait for whenever they get the Studio Series one out the door. But yeah, comparisons real quick. There's Sludge, Slug, Grimlock, and Scar. Again, the 5 Dinobots we have so far. We're 5/6 of the way there. We're almost done. We just got to wait for Snarl. And again, they look real good together. And I like how they look and everything and all that stuff. That's the alt mode. Well, there's one last mode, which of course is the combined mode. Which of course take these pistol things and just untab them from the wings, which they go on there real secure, by the way. Untab those from the wings like that. Take the legs and untab them from the back. And again, they're supposed to stay together. Bottom line, it doesn't because I broke it. Get those extended down. Untab the arms from the sides. Rotate the waist 180. And bring the arms back in like so. Bring this peg out, which is very stiff. Bring that out like that. Take the wings and, of course, bring them back in, tab them back into like that, and kind of angle them a little bit if you want. Flare. And, of course, again, those are supposed to stay tabbed together. And then take the gun halves and just peg those together like that. Just make sure it's fully pegged together. And then you see those 2 big old slots on the back of the hand. They're supposed to then go over these tabs right here, like so. And this will, again, this is what helps hold together the whole thing. So, you know, you don't have to worry about that so much, although on mine I'm going to have to be careful. But there you go. That's the arm mode. And he's, of course, going to be the right arm. And again, you can see the problem, of course, which is, yeah, the arm is only going to curl in, and the fist can't rotate or anything. And I mean, you can rotate that at the waist, and then you have a, you know, forward curl. And again, on mine, I have to hold it together because I broke that tab. But again, my fault. But I guess you can do that like he's you know, lifting weights or something. But yeah, you're gonna get a whole. The posability's there, but it's gonna be like not very useful. Unfortunately, it looks like because of how they did things. So there you go. That's the combined mode. Doesn't look too bad, but yeah, again, unfortunately, the full set is going to be a bit. It's going to be a bit before, you know. Or the full set is going to be a bit before we see that final one. And of course, unfortunately, yeah, it's going to have that problem of just not the greatest posability. Looks like I'm from what I've messing with it as it is without the final member. The posability is going to be a bit limited, unfortunately, but them's the breaks with core class, I guess. So yeah, Swoop here is definitely the best Dinobot as an individual, just standalone figure, ignoring the combined stuff. He is the best Dinobot. He has the best posability. I think he just looks overall the best. He's just really good, and of all the Dinobots, he's the one to get. If you're only going to get one for some reason, he's the one. He's a great little figure just in general, period. Just even with the compromise. He wasn't the compromise as bad as the rest of them when it comes to the combined mode stuff, so that's why he wins by default. And just in general, even with the minor compromises he has, they're still pretty minor. Again, they're minor, and they don't really affect things too badly. So, yeah, definitely pick this one up. So, I guess that's it for this one. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. Check out my coast, coast.org/Nemesis-Prime. Check out my Mastodon, at Nemesis Prime 1, at Mastodon.social. And check out my Ko-fi, my Patreon. And I'll see you next time with another video review.